Yeah, so obviously spoke to Sally about coming down and getting involved on the coaching side. You know, this is a huge event in terms of having so many women involved. So it was just about coming down. She spoke to me about what I felt like I could offer, like what my expertise would be, let's say, in the coaching side. So I've tried to give each of the women and girls that I've been on court with this morning just a couple of technical tips with their swing or with their movement that they can take back and take into their own practices, hopefully, that are maybe going to make the game a little bit easier for them. I grew up in the northwest of England, which is where we are now. And I think just being around older women who almost enabled me to kind of spread my wings a little bit in some ways, because you obviously grow up, family environment, going to junior events with your family every weekend. And then when I started playing, particularly ladies league, men's league too, but ladies league, it was almost like the first opportunity I had to go away from mum and dad. And, you know, I'd get dropped off at the club, we'd all meet there, we'd get in the car, we'd go off, and I was kind of just part of something that was totally different, a group of women who, you know, behaved differently to men, and I was surrounded by, and they looked after me. You know, and I had to be a little bit more self-sufficient than I'd ever been used to before, and the same on and off the court. And those experiences of, you know, playing with women, getting coached between games with other women, you know, eating dinner, you know, the showering and everything that comes with that camaraderie of being able to play with other women afterwards is just, I now look back and realise how helpful that was for the developmentalness of my squash, I think, and the way that I developed as the game went on. I think the one thing that you hear with women a lot is just that kind of, you feel like you've been watched a little bit, you feel like you're being judged, you've got a little bit more kind of self-doubt probably, or at least you say it more than men do. I don't know if men have it as well, but I think that to have this space where it's mainly women and you're on court with just women and you're with female coaches feels really safe, and it feels empowering, and there isn't any judgment going on by anyone. We've got levels right through from beginner all the way through to kind of a higher level on squash levels, so we really can make the most of having females here the whole day, which is unbelievable. I think, like, firstly, like building back those leagues that have maybe been lost a little bit over the last few years. I know how influential those women were for me in my development and my growing up and my love for the sport through those transitional years where maybe we see a lot of girls and women drop off. 14, 15, 16, they get, you know, a bit more self-conscious, and having that Wednesday night it was for me, or, you know, whatever league night day it is that you look forward to, you're training for, and you look forward to traveling with the women. I think having more leagues is the first thing. More women playing obviously has to happen to make the leagues helpful, but the coaches that we've got here are influential too, because they're all young. They're younger than me, and, you know, they're almost young female players themselves that have taken on that love for coaching. So I think we just said there to the huge group of women and girls that we've got that's kind of empowering itself, and really inspirational to have role models like that. When you see all of these women and girls sat behind the court like that, looking and loving squash no matter what level they are, enjoying it, smiling, taking everything on board, it's unbelievable to, you know, it's heartwarming basically. You're watching it going, this is unbelievable for women in general, let alone squash. So really inspirational, and without women's Squash Week it doesn't happen. So yeah, brilliant to see.